Okay, we're here with Nick Norton. He has a huge YouTube channel, covers all kinds of different topics, but it's in Japanese and it's focused towards Japanese people, of course. So, Nick, why don't you tell us a little bit about your story about how you came to Japan, why you came to Japan, how did you get into this, like making a YouTube channel for Japanese people?
Yeah, sure. So I think you probably know about this too, but Ninja Turtle started in like 1980, 1989, somewhere around that time. And that was like my first exposure to Japan. And then my mom got me a rock garden. You know those like little,
Yeah.
you know those miniature ones? There's a place called Yoanji in Kyoto, and it's like a miniature version of that. So I got into Zen first. That was like literally my first introduction to Japan. So imagine being like a 6-year-old who's into like Zen meditation. I didn't do it, but I like was into that type of thing. You know what I mean? And then obviously I started the Sci-Fi Channel. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. There was a thing called Saturday morning anime, and they would play like Fist of the North Star, Golgo 13, like stuff where it was like naked chicks and people's arms being cut off.
Yeah.
And I'm like 8. I'm like, dude, this is so cool. You know? Yeah. So I started watching that stuff, and then I was like, damn, Japan has like really cool stuff. And in middle school, I started getting into samurai and like the history of Japan and stuff. Like I'm like the OG weeb, you know what I mean? Like, and then in high school, I had a really cute math and Japanese teacher. So she taught me some Japanese words, and she was also really cute too. So it like that makes you want to like learn more, you know? Yeah. So I came to Japan for the first time. It was either in 2001 or 2002. When was your first time in Japan?
2001 or 2002. I came here first time 2010.
Yeah. So I was like young, you know, and dude, it was amazing. Like that was like peak, not peak Heisei, but you know what I mean? It was like a different time than it is now. I remember being there as like a 14 or 15-year-old. I was like, I'm coming back here. I remember being in like a hotel and, you know, Mr. Donuts?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they had a ramen and donut set, which is like ridiculous. I remember like in the morning, I was like eating, I was like, this country's amazing. Just like eating ramen and donuts. And then, I studied Japanese culture in university, came here for 1 year, and then went back, graduated, came back here, and I never left. So that's how I got into Japan.
Oh man, okay. And so how'd you get into, because I know your main thing was you did comedy for a while. So how'd you get into that?
Yeah. So I still do it. So basically, you graduate college, you have to study Japanese. I studied to the point, it's called the N2. It's like a Japanese proficiency test. I think it's really stupid and silly, but you have to do it if you want to get into schools. So I got up, I think it's like high school levels N2. I think is that high school level?
It's probably something like that. I can't remember the exact.
Yeah. So I got high school level and I needed a visa. So I joined a comedy school. It was actually an entertainment school, and vocational schools are a big thing in Japan. They don't really have them in the States. I feel like they should have more of them in the States.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought about that. Like they've got one for like dance and like music and...
Or I mean, they have one for like carpentry or being a hair cutter. It's like there's all these useless skills you learn in college. Like, you know, I mean, if you're going to like try to start your own business or something like that, I don't really think you need to be like a marketing major. Like you could just look on YouTube.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're talking about Senmon Gakko, right?
Yeah. So I'm saying like, why did America should just have more like vocational schools for everything? So you just learn it in 2 years. You know what I mean? So I just needed a visa. I didn't want to be a comedian because it's super strict and it's not like this now. So there was 2 courses. There was the talent course. Talent are just like people who are on TV and don't actually have a talent, which is really funny and ironic. You know, they're called talents, but they don't have any talents at all. I mean, you could be a musician, an actor, a comedian, or a talent. It's like such a shitty, like, you know, name. I'm a talent. But the talent course was for the kids that couldn't handle the comedian. And being a comedian in Japan is, I've heard it said before, it was like the second most rigorous like hierarchy compared to the mafia.
Really?
Yeah. And dude, they used to be really violent, really crazy dropout kids that become comedians. Like it was like, if you're not going to make it anywhere in life, like the Japanese dream was to become a comedian like that. So it was like in like the 80s and 90s, I think. And I actually got lucky because I joined this school right before compliance started getting strict in Japan. So now I actually think the school's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
And I needed a visa, so I just joined for the visa. I was just messing around. It was a 2-year.
Wait, hold up. Is compliance
Maybe that's not English.
right? I was just making a video the other day, and I was thinking like, is HR compliance?
Okay, it's HR. Yeah.
Right,
Sorry,
right.
I've been in Japan almost half my life, so
Yeah, compliance.
yeah,
right.
compliance is in Japanese. But I needed a visa, and then a year of me doing nothing, I was like, maybe I should try doing comedy. Like maybe I should actually like give this a try. I always was into entertainment, like music and stuff like that, and. You know, if you're gonna do like this type of job or some type of job in front of the camera, you have to be like at least a little bit of a narcissist. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if you don't want to show yourself, you wouldn't do this in the first place, right?
Right.
So, dude, it was. You might have to cut some of this out, but I'll say everything that went on, and then we can like you can cut it later. So, you're showing your joke, like you have to. So Japanese comedy is 2 people. And I've been working with the same guy for 15 or 16 years. So he was a teenager and I'm almost 40 now. So he was like 70.
Oh, I didn't know you guys were working.
Yeah, dude. We've worked together since he was a little kid. Yeah. Wow, I mean, he was like 19 or something like that. And I was maybe 24 or 25.
Okay.
And it's really interesting because Japanese people laugh at the relationship of 2 people.
Yeah.
It's really important. Like it's like Beavis and Butthead or Dumb and Dumber or Harold and Kumar or Wayne's World. It's that, but not in a movie setting. And I think partially it's that because if you're making fun of each other, nobody else is being made fun of.
Right.
So you can like, you can give social commentary or like make society the butt of a joke, but through like a scapegoat, basically.
So you were the scapegoat
I was
character.
like, yeah, I was the scapegoat character, but I'm like, even now, if you see my stuff, it's me, you can bleep this, it's me fucking with the guy who I, you know what I mean? I embarrass him and then he gets mad at me.
Right.
Basically.
Right.
And it has always been that dynamic. But since the longer you're together, the closer your bond gets. So it ends up becoming really funny because you can like read each other's mind. Yeah. Like he knows like if I say something, I know he's gonna say that. Or if I do something, I know he's gonna say that.
Right.
It's crazy because it is mind reading. It's like you've gotten so like psychologically close to this person.
Right. And the people in the comments, like they love that dynamic you guys have. And didn't you do a couple episodes where he's not there and they're like, oh, we want to see.
Yeah. I mean, people, it's me and him. That's the reason why we got big. But so you're in the school, you show your joke. They don't have, I don't think they have this in America. You show a joke every week. And I didn't know Japanese that well. Just because you passed N1 doesn't mean you can speak Japanese. So I couldn't really speak Japanese. So to remember a 3-minute joke, it would take like a month. Like it was really hard to like perform it.
Get the timing.
Yeah, get the timing, get everything right. But the teachers are like all really scary people. Like, dude, this teacher basically saved my life. I think I would have been like a total brat, like spoiled kid if I hadn't gone to this school.
Yeah.
But like he's watching the jokes like, and you'll like show and he'll be like, kill yourself. Or like, you deserve to die. Like stuff like that. Like he'd get like really like amped up too. Like, this is so boring. Like slam the table. He's like, there's these 2 really good comedians. I won't say their names, but he's like, did you see how good they write? He's barfing up blood. That's how hard he's writing. And of course, he's not barfing up blood, but he would say stuff, you just get like really amped up, but it's like really nerve wracking to be showing jokes in front of somebody who's like so angry all the time. Have you seen the movie Whiplash about the drummer?
Oh, I've seen the memes, but I've seen the movie.
Yeah, it's like that.
I'm upset. You are a worthless, friendless.
It's like, it's exactly like that. So tons of people drop out. And I didn't drop out. Like, they were nicer to me because I wasn't Japanese. I was the only non-Japanese person there. And then during the end of the year, we got on a joke contest. We got to the finals. I don't really know how we got there, but we did get it. Like, it was like, thousands of, like, there's tons of, all jokes in Japan are competitions. You know that?
Not really.
Well, the biggest one was
I
yesterday.
didn't know they're all competitions. I know
Most,
okay.
not all of them, but like the most important ones. So M1 was yesterday.
The Grand Prix or something?
Yeah, M1 Grand Prix. So
okay.
it's kind of like a boxing match. Like, there's a bunch of people fighting against each other, and then the top person wins and gets like $100,000. And we got this one. There wasn't $100,000, but we got to the finals, which is like a big deal for like a first year comedian to get there. And then I got a bunch of offers to go on TV, and then I did TV in Japan for like a year or 2 years in 2010, maybe 2011. Yeah.
So that all started just because you needed a visa.
It all started because I needed a visa. Like, I mean, there's been times in my career, I've been doing this for 15 years, where I was like, maybe I'm not going to go anywhere, and maybe I'm not going to make money from this. Like, it took a long time. I was like talking to my mom about it, because now I feel guilty about like my work sometimes. I mean, do you ever feel like that, where it's like, God, there's people working like 9 to 5 every day, and I'm just like,
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. Yeah, it's like people are working at like a burakuki or something. It's like they have to put up with like the most mind-numbing conditions, the most intense conditions.
Or like, I know guys that make, like, we make about the same amount of money, but he works like 10 times more than I work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not that I'm like, rolling in the dough or anything like that. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, but it's all from accumulation of not making anything for like so many years. Like,
well, you had to like, now it's easy for you to make content, but it took 15 years.
Yeah, it took 15 years. And I mean, it's like basically getting like a PhD or something. You know what I mean? Like, I would have, if I wanted to be a doctor, this is probably the age I would have started like reaping the rewards.
Right.
So there was a bunch of problems with visas. It's really hard to get a visa, and I couldn't get on TV again. And then Corona happened. I was like, maybe I should just start doing stuff myself, because Japanese TV used to be really interesting. You could do anything you wanted, say anything you want. There were like naked chicks on TV. And that's the TV that I saw, when we were like in college, we were like, Japanese TV is crazy.
What was it, like Ninja Scroll? Like that was crazy.
Stuff like that. But I just mean like variety shows where they'd like, there'd be, crazy pranks and stuff like that. Now Japanese TV is like really benign and like boring, because they're so afraid of
like they had that guy, what's his name, Nasu, who they locked in an apartment for like 1 year, and he could only get food if he won it in a sweepstakes.
Yeah. Well, dude, there was a really good one, dude. This is a Japanese TV show they'd never be able to make now. I forgot. I think it was Kano Eiko was the name of the comedian. I think it was him. It might have been somebody else, actually. But they had him, like, they got a fake girl to become his girlfriend, and he thought it was his girlfriend for an entire year.
Oh my God.
They filmed it.
That's brutal.
Yeah, it's so mean, dude.
Oh my God.
It was stuff like that, dude. It was really funny.
Oh man.
But it got really strict. And then during COVID, like, Japan was like really ridiculous with masks, and like, it was really funny. You go to like a comedy show, and there's the stage, and there's like a really thick plastic curtain.
Oh yeah.
And the people who run the show are like to the audience, please don't laugh too much, because we don't want. It's like, what's the point of doing the
Right.
Oh,
it was so goofy.
Yeah, super goofy. And I was like, screw this. I'm just gonna do stuff on my own. And then I started making YouTube. It didn't do that well. And then after a couple of years, when I started working with my comedy partner, it just, yeah. So now I do, stage comedy and YouTube.
Right. Okay.
And news shows. I'm on like.
You also kind of like mix humor with, relevant topics. Like, let's talk about like what's going on in the news, what's going on with politics.
Yeah. So like, I mean, traditionally in Japan, you're not supposed to make jokes of like newsworthy topics or politics. It's like there's like a word in
serious.
Exactly. It's like in the Japanese comedy industry, it's like jokes should make babies to old people laugh, which from like a Western perspective is like, that must suck. You know what I mean? But it is really funny. There's a lot of funny comedians like that, but I'm not like that. So we usually like, we'll find some newsworthy thing, and then.
That was one of the things I wanted to ask you about. It's like, what would you say is the big difference between American comedy and Japanese comedy? And you gave like the biggest point now, but.
Yeah. I think the biggest difference is American or like Western comedies, like social commentary plus a lot of like sarcasm, irony, pushing boundaries and stuff like that.
You're like making fun of the audience and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, making fun of the audience. Like, there's always a clear target of the joke. Where Japanese comedies, like, people are really sensitive, and you just can't do that here. So it's absurd, like insanely absurd comedy. Dude, do you know R1? It's like the contest where it's the lone comedian. They have like one in Japan.
No.
Dude, I did a joke once on that, and I just ate shit. Like nobody, I didn't just eat shit. People were like confused. Like I ruined the rest of the show. It was where I'm trying to explain what Japanese stand-up comedy is to Japanese people.
What American
Yeah,
stand-up
I'm like an
comedy is.
American. I'm trying to explain stand-up comedy, but rats keep falling out of different parts of my clothes. So I bought like a bunch of like I didn't write the joke. Actually, my friend who's like a genius comedy writer wrote the joke. So I'm like explaining just like a rat.
Wait, what do the rats symbolize? Like,
Nothing. It just makes no sense. So like, I'm like, yeah, there's like a cup of water. I'm like, so American comedy isn't a rat. Like just falls out of the Dude, it's actually really funny. Whenever I explain it to people, they're like, this is hilarious.
what's that guy's name? Like Tim Green?
Yeah.
Got like poop on the microphone.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's going on?
Yeah, it was really funny because there was a box, and it like at one point in the bit, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do magic. I'm gonna put something in this box, and my finger gets bit, and there's like a rat inside of the box. Dude, there's just like rats everywhere.
Is it on YouTube?
It's not on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. By the way, they're not real rats.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. That'd be even funnier.
That'd be people.
Yeah, but they looked really realistic. The rats. You
Yeah.
got them from like some special made like special effects thing. Yeah.
And no one was laughing.
Dude, they were just like, but I thought this year I should start redoing that joke every year until people start laughing.
And then you can like bring it into your YouTube.
Yeah.
Pull rats out.
Yeah, dude, I had to buy so many fake rats. It was
Oh my
so
God.
funny, dude. Yeah.
But yeah, like in the States, it's like the comedy's got to be clever, and it's like reference like popular culture, and it's a big, you tell a long story, and there's a punchline at the end. But they don't really have too much of like this like story-based comedy.
Yeah, well, Japan has two main types of comedy. One is manzai, which is like two-man stand-up. It's like a dialogue between two people, basically vaudeville. They literally got it from, like, what was their name? Abbott and Costello? Like, it's literally from Western comedy.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they had manzai hundreds of years ago as well, but the modern one we know today was from Japanese people in like the 1940s watching Western vaudeville.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so that's stand-up, so it's a dialogue. And then there's skits. And basically it requires usually most of the time more than one person being really silly, overly silly. Like it's very silly. Like a lot of people make fun of Japanese comedy because it's like people hitting each other, but it isn't just that. There's more to it than that.
It's like you say something goofy, and you're like, what are you talking
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Have you seen Documental?
I don't think so.
Oh my dude, it's so funny.
Yeah.
You guys should watch it. It's on Amazon Prime.
This is a Japanese
It's the most extreme comedy show I've ever seen.
Documental.
Yeah. It's like 10 comedians in a room and each have $10,000. And whoever doesn't laugh last gets everybody else's money. But the things they do to make each other laugh are so extreme. Because, well, one thing is Japan's not a Christian country. So they don't have the same, like, for lack of a better word, like homophobia. So, dude, the things they start doing to each other is so, it's like
super gay.
yeah,
or what?
super gay, dude. Okay. It's so gay. It's like, it's yeah. But my 70-year-old mom watched it and she liked it, so.
Okay.
I think you can handle it. Yeah, dude, it's really fun.
It's funny because, like, you'll be going through Instagram, and then just the most random setups from Japanese game shows will pop up, and it's funny and it's goofy, but it's really clever. It's like the most unique thing you'd never think of. Like, there was this one where what was it? Like someone's on a scooter, like a little Razor scooter. There's no motor on it, and then they get like one push, and then they have to go through this narrow little slit And they're wearing some fucking costume, and it's just really goofy and funny. Or the ones where someone is invited to the office, like, okay, we're gonna do a show today. Please come to whatever Jimmy show at this time. And then they get in the elevator, and it's like a trap elevator. And
they fall like
And then they have a slow motion camera taking their reaction to it. And that's the bit. It's like the most unique thing.
Goofy's the right word.
Yeah.
But I also feel like, Japanese comedians, traditionally, I think it's kind of changed now. Like what I do on YouTube is nothing like what comedy was like 10 years ago. But it's usually like tall guy, fat guy, ugly woman, fat woman. Like you have to be able to understand what they're about, like just by seeing them in 2 seconds. And then there's this other thing with Japanese comedy where they really care about categories. So if you do manzai, which is the stand-up, when you're on these shows getting judged, because they judge each person with points, it's like, that was really funny, but it wasn't manzai, so sorry. Like that's, so it's like, how much can you make them laugh and how much of it is within the box without
that's interesting.
Getting rid of the box, getting out of the box.
There's like rules to the comedy. That's really interesting. Okay.
Yes, and it's really funny because they're always basically broken and kind of changed every year. So you'll see a comedian who did a joke in like 2019 and the judges were like, this isn't manzai, this is not that. And then 3 years later, they do the same, very similar joke and then they win. So like the boundaries are being like expanded like really slowly. And then when you look at like American or Western stand-up comedy, there's like the idea that like, there's no restrictions. You could do anything or say anything you want, but there are actual restrictions. You know what I mean? Like
you can't joke about that. Right?
Well, yeah, you can't joke about that, or like, like what seems more like stand-up comedy to you? Holding a mic or having like, what if somebody just had a DJI mic? Like,
oh yeah, then it's not comedy.
Then is that stand-up? Like obviously it is stand-up comedy, but like we even have these weird rules with our stuff.
That's a good point. Yeah. I think about it.
Like what if you sat on a yoga mat on stage for what? You know what I mean? Like you could think of all these things.
It doesn't have the right vibe.
Exactly. So I think there's some similarities.
It was funny. It'd be like if Dane Cook went up and people were like, that was really funny, but like you poured a water bottle on yourself so you can't.
Always wet and
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
So you're disqualified.
Yeah. So it's like, I think all forms of entertainment have these like kind of
unwritten
tradition.
rules.
Unwritten rules or traditions. You know what I mean? Like, like stand-up comedy has a tone to it. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, I don't know if you guys feel this way. It depends on if you like stand-up comedy. I'm in a phase where I'm not that into it, but I always feel like comedians are much more funny when they're on like a podcast, just like riffing with each other than when they're on stage.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, like a while back, I think before we were just like inundated with content. And so I would imagine that the bar for comedy has gone up because people are exposed to like the best bits of every comedy episode ever in a 10-second clip.
Real. Yeah.
So then they like have to go to a comedy show and like they sit and see like one guy talking just for a long time. They're like, what is like, this isn't like the reals.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also like, a lot of people just don't even care about going to the show. They just want to see the reel anyway. Like they don't even know the name of the comedian.
Right. They just want the best bit.
Yeah.
So you mentioned a little bit when you were talking about the, like, what would you call it? Like taikukaike? That kind of like super strict hierarchy.
Yeah.
Like you have to do everything the guy says, and it's almost like the army kind of.
Yeah.
You show up, you're on time, you don't disrespect your senior.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah.
That kind of culture as it exists in Japan and.
Yes. Yeah. So it's so much more extreme than it is in like any other industry because you're trying to make, it's like this in the States too. Like behind the scenes, comedians are always trying to make each other laugh like as much as they can. So in Japan, there's a really strict hierarchy. Anybody who started before you, no matter how old they are, you do whatever they say. Anybody, I mean, you can always just get mad at them and stuff like that. But usually you respect who came before you and who's coming after you. So you pay for anybody that's come after you. Yeah. And everybody ahead of you pays everything for you. So it has nothing to do with who has more money or who's more famous.
Right.
It's almost like the sushi, like the Jiro, there'll be like the apprentice who just watches. It's like that in every type of Japanese art. So I was with these, I got lucky because these famous comedians like liked me. So I was like with famous comedians, but there's a lot of hazing, like say you're at like karaoke and like, you know, some drunk senpai will like lighting people's hair on fire while they were singing at karaoke.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But
It's just like,
yeah,
it's nuts.
yeah. I mean, it's people trying to push the boundaries.
Well, the comedians, right? Like it's like this
Yeah.
weird mixture of like you got this like aggressive hierarchical structure, but they're also trying to be funny, right?
But you can't do that now as much because people write stuff on Twitter and stuff like that.
That's funny because like I was thinking about bringing that up. There was that poster that popped up in Saitama it's called Ukkari Sabetsu Hatsugen. So it's like unintentional prejudice speech, and it's this poster about like don't do microaggressions, and it literally says microaggression.
Yeah.
And it has all these things
Yeah.
like you shouldn't say your Japanese is really good for a foreigner.
Yeah.
It's like you can't say that.
Yeah.
It's like, but then
Yeah,
compare that to people like lighting each
Yeah,
other's hair.
dude. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, the microaggression thing's really funny because I feel like the kind of woke, like left wing, like I feel like Japanese right wingers are super unique in the way that they're right wing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it's like Japanese conservatives are different than American conservatives.
Oh, okay. I would imagine that. I just like what specifically?
It's it's just different. Like they're not like a lot of American conservatives are Christian.
Oh,
A lot has to do with like Christian values. Like
right.
Japan is just very like unique in that way.
Yeah.
But the left wing is the exact same thing as it is in the States.
Okay.
And I actually tweeted about this because it's like cute and sad at the same time how hard they try it. Like they use the word microaggression.
Right.
Yeah, I mean they like it's really funny. Like they're trying to be like the woke and the like they're trying really hard.
Yeah.
They're trying really hard.
It really does seem like what they say about it. Most of the stuff that happens in America happens in Japan with like an 8-year delay.
Yes.
And so, yeah, the term microaggressions probably popped up like 8 years ago or something.
Yeah, it's really funny because I've been on like all these big, I go on like, they call me onto news channels here.
Yeah.
And they usually call me on not because I'm like clever. They call me because I'm like pretty like blunt in the way that I say things.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So they kind of like the...
Well, yeah.
The Enjo
I mean,
bit.
the more conservative news, like they're pretty open to saying whatever you like. The guy next to me will like say like they'll be like, "What do you think about this guy?" And he'll like give like a 5-minute speech, and then he'll be like, "Nick, what do you think?" I was like, "I think he's an idiot." Like I'll say, and they'll like laugh. You know what I mean? Because Japanese people don't say that.
Right.
But, yeah, like I would never get called, and I would never go on Abema TV, which is like the big left wing.
Right. So Abema TV is like, they presented the Ukkari Sabetsu Hatsugen poster, and they're like, let's talk about this poster. And then they brought on this like HR compliance expert, and she was like explaining microaggressions to everyone.
Well, dude, they bring on like, it's actually funny. I tweeted about this too. I feel like the left wing news, Abema, is really cruel because what they do is they'll call on like really like mentally unstable weird people, like like the ukkari, like people who can't like function that well in society. Basically, like there was a woman who didn't want 5-year-olds to go into the bathrooms with their moms. Like know how little like they made an entire episode about that, like trying to defend her. But all the comments are making fun of her.
Oh, yeah.
And the other people like make fun of her too. So it's basically just like a sideshow. They'll put on like these really weak, like, like.
Right. And then they get roasted.
And then they get roasted.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys are just mean. You're just, what I mean?
It's like, hello, like audience, let us present you this person. But then in reality, the audience is like, okay, and we're going to destroy them.
Yeah. And then they also call people on who you like, this isn't a good way to end the debate, but I could just say like, you're really crazy and you're really stupid. Like I can't have a conversation with you, but then they would never call me on because that's what I would say.
Okay.
I mean, like, how would you have a conversation with somebody like that?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or it's like, why is this person on the news?
Yeah. Like just before we end, like there was actually an interesting one. It was, have you ever thought about this before? In Japanese bathrooms, they'll have female janitors in the bathroom while you're going pee or like while
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
And one guy was like, I don't like that. And I was kind of thinking like, I would never say like, get out of the bathroom. Like, but I always thought that was interesting.
I think it's like, it's a super high trust society.
Yeah.
So, usually it's like, a kind of older woman. And at first I was like, and then like, I was like, what do I do? And then I saw a Japanese guy walk in and he just like uses the urinal. I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's a thing here. But yeah, they're just, they just kind of ignore you, or they'll be like, "Shirei
Yeah, but it's just, they don't have that in the States, right?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, they would
that
never
be
have a
like
woman in the
too-
men's bathroom. Yeah, I thought that was really, so they will come up with interesting episodes like that.
Okay, that is interesting. Yeah, I mean, because like Japan's a super safe country, so you can have these kind of situations
Yes.
and expect everyone to be normal people.
Yeah,
and just be
exactly,
Like, okay, so I will
exactly.
just ignore her.
Yeah, but I think Japan, for better or for worse, is becoming a lot like the United States, where everything's becoming political. So with with what I do on YouTube, because like, I don't think of myself as like a conservative Japanese person, really. Like, it's just so different. You know what I mean? Like, I like to kind of make things like funny. You know what I mean? So it's not like overtly political, but like politics are becoming the biggest form of entertainment in Japan.
Yeah.
And I really want to make sure that my channel doesn't become that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a really wide range. It's really
Yeah, for sure.
I think everyone needs to learn Japanese and watch your channel.
Yeah.
that's how we
I mean,
should end this.
it's pretty ridiculous, but yeah, it's pretty silly. My channel is pretty silly.
But you get into good topics. Like there's the humor plus.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's kind of a thing in the States, right? Like you have these comedy podcasts, and then they invite like, some expert, some PhD on XYZ.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I've had Joseph on before. He's speaking in Japanese, but it's very silly. It's light. I don't think it's that like heavy, right?
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not super heavy.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. How should we? Normally I'd direct everyone to those. What's your handle?
Yeah. I mean,
NICK?
you guys could just look at it. I mean, it's all in Japanese, but yeah. I mean, if you ever come to Japan, it's a pretty fun place. So I recommend you come to Japan one day.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, man.
All right, man.